Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Williams Fitness back again with another video. So we've got Nick Trigili, Terrance Ruffin, and Ricky Moten. And today we're going to be talking about Arnold Classic, Athleticcon, everything bodybuilding, even steroids. So first thing, obviously, I want to touch on is your guys' prep. Obviously, you two have obviously been friends for a while on Instagram. This is probably the first time you've got together sort of on a podcast theme. How's the prep going? We'll jump straight in with Ricky because obviously Ricky doesn't get much limelight, so let's give him his moment in the sun.
Oh man, prep has actually been good, man. You know, working with Dorian, it's been good, really good. You know, I can't complain at all. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm definitely excited, man.
How is it different from when you're working with Jeremy? I mean, I know you guys were. I remember when I was speaking to you back then when you were working with Jeremy.
Yeah.
Is it different? You know, is he coach style different, or how is he more hands on? Or
The coaching is different. It's a lot more hands on. You know, so you know I like that. I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, you know, every time I get like send pictures in the morning, it's a simple change. You know, even though I can have a plan the day before, to look at those pictures and can change it. You know, change the plan right then and there based off how I look. So I like that.
So how's the posing coming? Because obviously you sent me a few posing pictures. Have you dialed that in yet?
Yeah.
Oh, just straight up, yeah. Just okay.
Yeah. I mean,
just fuck it, yeah.
With Ruff right here, man. You know, posing. Posing has to be on point, man. You know,
it's artwork for Ruff though. Masterclass.
I'm telling you, man. It got to be on point with him.
Yeah.
I think with Classic though, you guys have to be more so on point. Other than for me, coming from a bodybuilding background, most people expect us not to do anything, to be honest. So the bodybuilders have gotten really lazy with it, to be honest. I hope like Sergio and those guys stand out though at the Arnold and actually take it serious, because they're giving a 10 grand reward out to the best poser. So,
wow.
I mean, he wants that Ed Corney, award. So, with him being in the show, I got to look at the lineup to see who else. I mean, William Bonak's a pretty good poser. There's a couple of guys that could probably give him a run for his money, but I bet you Sergio probably will grab it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's got, you know, Josh Lenardowitz is pretty good too. He's got some good flow, but Sergio's very emotional and very like entertaining too. He's not just like a robot up there too. He's got a lot of energy into his posing too, you know. So it'll be good to see if these guys actually put effort towards it, try to win the extra 10 grand.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
You know, I can normally see
though.
it. I know, right, yo? We need something, man.
You guys definitely need it for sure,
But yeah, I think yeah. I noticed at the Arnold, man, the posing routines are always at least a little bit better, just because they judge it, you know. At least for the open, they judge it.
And they want they want Arnold to like kind of, you know, with Cedric getting the praise and other guys in the past getting Arnold to get his reaction out of him, you know, especially because he's front row fucking watching you. So it should motivate these guys a little bit more. You know,
he'll just like Cedric as usual. He's just
I mean, you can't really dislike Cedric in any way. I mean, if you
I'm
dislike
not a fan of Cedric personally.
Really?
Nah.
Real? Why do you say that?
I think he's lazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, his work ethic doesn't really reflect much, but
I genuinely, I mean, I know I go off key like, but I mean,
no, but that's your opinion though, and I understand where you're coming from, especially not being a bodybuilder and just seeing how he shows up with all this potential and doesn't nail it ever. I never seen 100% Cedric except for when he won his pro card in nationals, and then when I was there, and he looked amazing. But that was the last time I ever saw him like shredded, you know. Yeah. Like peeled, you know. Other than that, he's like 80%, 75%, you know. But I honestly think he doesn't diet. I don't think he diets. I think he just literally fucking.
No idea.
I don't think he probably preps for like 2 weeks or something and just walks on stage, because every photo you see of him, he's like literally the same as he looks on stage. So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's true. That is true.
Even his off season, he looks identical to what he looks like on stage.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
maybe he like, pull some water or something, or I don't know. But I just wish he was 100% with it.
Maybe you should reach out to him, Nick. Give him
We
some
did
advice.
my first pro show. He was in it. I compete against him and Branch Warren, and he was actually pretty decent at that show. He wasn't that bad. And I busted his chops. I'm like, "Would you diet for like a week?" And he just started laughing. He didn't say anything back to me.
He was on that keto.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's like, yeah, I try. There was actually one prep I remember. I'm not gonna tell you the source, but someone told me that he didn't train the entire prep and actually ended up winning that show. I forget what show it was though, but he actually didn't train or diet for it at all and just showed up last minute and fucking won the show. So I know he doesn't have like the work. It's not the mistiming of anything. I just don't think he has either A, the time, or just B, the drive to do it all the time. He doesn't even keep the money. He fucking donates it all anyway. So
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
he doesn't keep any of the prize money. He just donates it. So I don't know how strong his intentions are of like winning anything, but who knows?
So, Ruff, how's your prep going?
It's going good, man. Last day of cardio today, and then heading out tomorrow. Yeah, this whole prep has been pretty good. Like each and every year, man. Honestly, like I have to do a little less cardio. I can eat a little bit more carbs. Hopefully, like in another 10 years, I'll be like Dexter, and I don't have to
I
do
was
any
going to say, you got
cardio.
Dexter genetics, don't you? 5 minutes of cardio a week, done.
Yeah. So I just need that trend to keep going. Yeah.
How's it been without Matt in your corner? Because obviously Matt was, like your go-to guy. How's it without him now prepping?
It was tough back, last year.
Yeah.
I didn't get with anybody else until I had to for prep.
Yeah.
And I chose John Meadows, and I'm a big fan of John. I've known him since 2014. So,
Right.
I actually met him like probably a month or two before I met Matt.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah. So, because I met Matt right after I got my pro card.
Well, technically, I met you first.
Yeah, he met me like it was April.
You were like this.
Year,
you were this big, bro. No disrespect at all. You just started bodybuilding then.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys
was,
didn't know, me and Nick got some history. Yeah, he was the one. Like I wouldn't even attempted to get my pro card unless Nick was like, "Yeah, dude, you should go, try to get it."
I was dating a girl
wait.
at the time, in Pensacola, where he's from, and someone introduced. I forgot who introduced me to you. Somebody did.
Jay Martinez.
Oh, that's right, Jay did. I was prepping people for a show, and he's like, "Yo, what do you think of this kid?" And I was like, "I mean, you looked crazy though. You were like, what? What'd you weigh then?"
I was like 150 pounds.
I was saying 140, 150, and I was like, I mean, you got to put like 100 pounds on, it'll be good. I'm like, but like, you look crazy, but there's no classic yet or anything. So
yeah.
I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do with bodybuilding, but I'm like, to be a 212 competitor, I'm like, I don't know, dude. That's gonna be rough. And then just luckily, classic came out. You ended up turning pro though pretty quick though. You went from.
It was literally a couple of months after that, yeah, and then I kind of hung around for 2015, and then Classic came that next year.
Yeah. And then you just like pretty just like stride right into there. It was perfect for you. So I remember meeting you backstage. I was like, I remember you at that show posing, you were posing back then, and you weren't even like, you still had a crazy posing routine. You started off even right away with that, which is crazy. Yeah, but it was mind blowing to see you pop up, and then all of a sudden you had like all this muscle on you. And I was like, what?
Yeah, man, I'm still trying to add more. Yeah, slowly, but surely coming. Yeah.
And you were like fucking natty beyond natty then. You were like taking protein powder. You're like, nah, I don't do that. I was like, all right.
Do you think he was doing bigger by the day?
And then literally I saw him again. He was like, I was like, oh shit.
Piano cycles, weren't you?
That was one of the craziest transformations I've seen though, like actually personally, with you, dude. You really fucking shocked me, man. It was crazy how much hard work you put into it. But
thank you. Yeah,
I'm excited to see what you do.
Go on, sorry.
No, I was just excited to see how you do now this year with all the extra tissue on you. You look crazy now. Crazy.
Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, but going back to the question, like it's been tough. The last show me and Matt did was the Olympia in 2018, and we had planned. This was the show we had planned to do. Coming back. So yeah, so this one's like a really big deal, Like, and it's just kind of a weird. It's after the show, it's gonna be kind of weird, I think, because it's kind of like the last kind of thing we had planned. So yeah. But other than that, man, I mean, John picked up the ball and he's been doing great. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on Steve then at the minute?
Oh, Lars?
Yeah.
I don't really have any thoughts, man. I don't really have any thoughts. I don't,
No?
when we're on stage, I feel confident. When we're on stage together, the judges will decide. So that's basically it. Not like worried or I don't really have nerves going into shows. Because I mean, like, as long as you put the work in, there's nothing else I can do. Regardless. Of,
Right. You can only control what you can control. That's it. Everything else.
If I was eating candy and cake, then I'd be nervous. Like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have ate all that stuff before I got on stage. But no, I did the work. So yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into obviously the men's open. Who've we got for predictions for top 3, top 5? Ricky, do you want to go first, brother?
Okay.
Nah, you go ahead. You go ahead, bro. You go ahead.
Oh, I go for okay. Well, shit, man. Like, honestly, think the top 3 is kind of boring because most people know like the top 3. I mean, of course, Bonac, probably Rami, and Dexter.
4th and 5th going to be hard.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I think the people I'm looking forward to seeing. I think that's more interesting. Like the people I'm looking forward to seeing. So I'm looking forward to seeing Sergio because he took a year off. Big bro, that's gonna be really cool to see. He hasn't even posted progress photos.
I was gonna ask you, have you discreetly seen any photos of him?
Yeah, I've seen Rami.
Oh man, there's of course Rami, and then I'm looking forward to seeing. This is weird. I don't know how he's gonna do, and I don't really have any expectations, but I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing Johnny Jackson come back.
I know
it's kind of weird,
which was kind of odd. He came back, honestly.
It is really weird. Yeah, so there's that.
I thought he was done. I didn't think he'd be one to come back.
He's probably got a supplement brand coming out.
His
really?
Yeah, that's true too.
Okay.
He didn't have any legs though when he left, so that's what I'm worried about.
He probably won't. He probably still won't.
He didn't have any sweeps.
Yeah.
I think the ones like you say, the ones you're most looking forward to, Sergio. I can't wait to see.
I want to see how Kuklo does again.
Yeah.
Kuklo could squeeze up there if someone's off.
He could get fourth. He could be a fifth. Yeah, 4th or 5th, maybe.
Yeah. Josh Bernardowitz coming back.
Blessing.
Oh yeah.
Blessing.
See how Pat does.
Oh yeah, Pat Moore.
Yeah. I don't know if he had a lot of time, I know in between shows to really make a ton of improvements since the Olympia, but
he's putting up photos.
Good.
He's putting up photos like he looks conditioned, but I don't see. There you go. You there?
Yeah.
I just don't see much tissue put on. I mean, it's only been a short period of time, so honestly, I think he should have took off.
I think so too. Yeah.
I don't know why he wants to do the Arnold so bad. I don't know what the rush was. I get it. Like, you want to just jump in because you strike when it's hot, but I think if he took this year off and then did maybe qualify for an Olympia again, that would have been the right.
That would have been epic. Yeah.
Because his body's got a lot of potential if he takes advantage of it. So
he does. And from what I was training with Hunter, he came down to Tampa not too long ago, and Hunter said, like, from what he told me, he doesn't eat a ton of food. He's not taking much of anything. Like, he's really primed to like grow. Like, he's not even fully tapped into everything yet. So
structurally, he's got a good physique. I mean, some people say like I can't stand when people say, "Oh, he looks like Ronnie. He's gonna look like Ronnie Coleman," because that's just so fucking crazy to say something like that.
Yeah.
That's just, and no disrespect to Pat, but just like Ronnie's Ronnie and will always be Ronnie.
Yeah.
I see what they're talking about though, with like the short torso and the longer legs and stuff like that. But I don't know if Pat has those type of muscle bellies to get like that. We'll have to see. But he's still fairly new to the game.
Yeah,
he's not been here. He hasn't been here for a while. So I'm excited to see what Victor Martinez looks like after that photo came up with him and Kenny Waller. It might be the mirror though. The mirror does a lot of fucking.
It could be, yeah.
It blows your muscles up really nice. So I don't know. I mean, Victor lives right by me, but I see him in the gym, and he looks like Victor still. Like he doesn't look like 2007 Victor.
Nah,
He still looks.
I don't think he can get that look back.
No, he's like drawn in and everything and shredded, obviously, but it's a size thing with him. I don't think he has that same muscle belly look they used to. Bro.
Nah, he doesn't. He was like, and then the waist is a little bit wider, and even for him, man, like
His
it just
quads
kind of
don't
throws
have
it off
it.
a bit. Yeah.
So
You think he looks better than last year?
I think he'll be better than last year because I think
you can't not.
I think because that from him having the issues with his visa those couple of years, and he had to shrink down and come back up, and it takes time to get that muscle tissue back. People don't realize it takes a while. Muscle memory is real, but you also have to give it time. And once you start doing shows, it comes off again. So no matter how old you are or how genetically gifted you are, so you gotta get things time. So I think he'll be a little bigger than he was last time, but this lineup's like very strong. So I don't know about cracking top 10 and stuff. I mean, that's gonna be really hard for him to do personally, but.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Rami does. I mean, everyone's waiting to see that. And then who else do we have in this line? There's a lot of other people in the show.
Physique wise, I really like Lionel Bayeki, but like
I forgot
from the
about
rear,
him.
man. From the rear, he's never hard, so
no one even talks about him. It's so weird.
I've picked him for my 5th place. I have.
Really.
Yeah.
From the front, man, he kills the front and side. Yeah. So
he's crazy big. He's a fucking monster in real life. Monster. He's tall. He just never comes in shape though. I mean, he's like Cedric too. He's got that real thick skin. He said from behind too, like he's not. There's nothing,
Yeah.
It's just weird how these guys have these coaches and nothing. Like, aren't they saying like "fuck, push harder, do something"? I just don't get it. I mean,
I don't know if you know
you
who
guys are athletes. Like, you understand. Like, where is that? Like, no, we can't show up like that. Like, where is that push?
Yeah,
I don't know how these guys get to the show day and just don't care what they look like. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I know he found out. This was a couple years back though, maybe like 2 or 3. Yeah, he found out he had diabetes. He didn't even know it. And,
wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened with that or what's going on with that, but
interesting.
Yeah.
I seen Dave talking about that. Dave Colombo talking about that. He said Lionel apparently said he's healed now. He doesn't have it anymore, so I don't know.
Okay.
Is that possible?
I was going to say, depends on what type it is though, doesn't it?
Man,
interesting. Unless they're saying diabetes and he probably had like kidney failure or something, like
no idea,
it could have been something like even straight, like more, stronger than we think it was. But like diabetes, I don't think is reversible. Not that I know of, but
I know.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
It's crazy. Yeah, you got your boy Akeem. He lives up in the north. Akeem.
Oh yeah, I mean,
show,
what do you think of his physique?
I think he's huge. He came down to Florida too for a while. He's huge, man. He's got a small waist.
Do you think his torso's too long or no? You like that look? Like Nathan Diaz is in his show, isn't he?
I don't feel like. Oh yeah, Nathan's doing it too. Yeah.
Is he definitely doing it?
Yeah, he's
doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Posted a back picture yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, I saw that.
He did.
It's his legs that are his downfall, though.
So.
It's his mouth.
Nathan has a really long torso.
Yeah.
He has. I haven't really keeping up with him, but I don't think he said too much the show.
He wasn't talking much.
He just called out Neil Hill, didn't he?
Really?
Yeah, I heard they had a battle of some sort.
Yeah, Neil just put a shitty comment on one of his posts saying that you looked like months out, not weeks out. I was like,
why? Yo, I've been noticing Neil has been like he's been going on a lot of people. Yeah,
he's been more outspoken.
Because I remember the video Bonac put out saying like Bonac was talking about his placing, and Ours Muscle just posted a video like literally 5 minutes later saying with Neil Hill saying, "Oh, he would have won with me," and I'm like,
yeah,
cool.
Neil was responding really quick to everything.
He has to stay relevant, honey.
I guess.
I mean, he's got Flex. He's got
Steve. Yeah.
Again, Flex was going to do that well anyway. Let's be real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I like Neil. I didn't understand why he attacked Bonac. Like I don't know why he cares what the guy says anyway. To be honest, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really
I think it just
appreciate
likes the
Bonac coming out.
controversy. It's like the whole Nathan D'Ashley thing. There was no relevant reason for him to jump in the comment with a shit.
Was it his post or no?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he went and commented on Nathan's post, and it was he commented
Oh.
on RX Muscle's post of Nathan.
Oh.
Okay. Wow.
It was like,
Okay.
well, what was he expecting?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly,
I'm interested
yeah.
to see if, I mean, to me, honestly, Nathan kind of, I don't want to say he fell off. Even though he was winning shows last year, he didn't look good in my eyes winning those shows. He looked smaller than usual, not as full. I feel like he
That's
almost,
what he was with Jansen.
I
for
know,
those shows, I
you
wanna
guys
say.
know my feeling on him, but I'm not going to sit here and make this about Matt right now, but
Yeah.
But honestly, like Matt didn't do a good job with him. I feel like I just don't feel like Nathan was his best. I think even though Camel Crew, whatever you want to fucking call them, like they aren't like the gods over there by any sort, but like they actually did a better job with him at the time. I think he looked better with them. He looked really small those last couple of shows, like very small, not himself.
Okay, yeah.
Especially just in his arms and his legs, just didn't look. Yeah, he was shredded, but that doesn't mean anything. You're an open bodybuilder. You have to have everything,
That's true. Yeah.
It's different,
So one person we're going to have to touch on is Dexter Jackson. Obviously announcing he's
Dexter, man.
retiring this year. I think we've all got some nice comments about Dexter, but what are your thoughts on, I mean, do you think it's overdue? Do you think he's got a couple more years? Like realistically, I mean, what do we think as a group collectively, like what he's going to do in 2021? Do you think he's going to have his own supplements? Do you think he's going to guest pose? I mean, because
next
all
year.
Dexter's ever known is bodybuilding. And when he tried to give that speech on his IG Live, his IG story, and he was getting emotional, I actually felt like a bit choked up myself because I sat back and thought, this is all this guy's ever known. He's like institutionalized by bodybuilding. So when he takes, you know what I mean? When he takes a step back after the Olympia or even the Athleticcon, if he's going to do that, what's left for Dexter? It's crazy.
I have no idea, man.
It's gonna be hard for him, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard, man.
I don't know what he's gonna do, man. Probably guest goals him quite a bit. No idea, man.
I could speak from experience just from my short career. I was lost for like 2 years. I didn't know what to fucking do. And I only competed for what, like 13, 14 years. He's been competing for what, like 40, like 30 years, 35 years. So, I mean, I was lost for a good 2 years. I'm like, how do I get out of this routine? Because you're so accustomed to doing things every day. You just don't know like what to do with yourself. You're just like, do I do this? Do I do that? Am I supposed to eat clean still? Am I supposed to train still? Like, you're like literally lost. I mean, a lot of athletes go through this. I mean, football players, basketball players, they don't know what they get, like depressed. I mean, that's like one of the big issues. I got depressed because I didn't know what to fucking do. And I'm sure he's going to go through it. I mean, it's just bound to happen. Everyone's going through it. It's just normal. I mean, you've just been doing something for so long, and now you got to change and go a different route, pivot, But he doesn't really – he's still sponsored by a company, right? He's still with somebody or no? Does he have a sponsorship still?
No?
I think so.
Yeah, so maybe he might do something. I mean, he should. I think he brought back his training company. I think
He did the Built by Blade. Yeah,
he was doing really well with the girls for a while.
Oh yeah.
He had a lot of girls when he, first came out with that. But he does have a couple shows, right? He has one or two shows in Florida, or maybe.
I think two. He has.
But as far as like everyday life, he's a chill person. So I'm not a chill person.
He'll probably keep training. Keep doing something. I mean, like, I feel like he never really had to diet too hard, so nothing. Yeah. Not too much is gonna change with his daily routine, I don't think.
Yeah. He's laid back, so I think he'll be able to like, Netflix and chill kind of thing. But me, I'm like, I gotta stay busy or I'm fucking lose my mind. I can't.
Do you honestly think it's his time to retire though, given like his previous placings over the last 2 years? Like realistically, I genuinely think he could have gone another 2 years. But do we think like he's pulling back now because of health, because of age? Do you think the underlying reason why he stopped?
I think he realized he wasn't going to win the Olympia anymore, so that's why he started doing these smaller shows and said, "Fuck it, I'll clean up all these smaller shows." And then, what are they going to say? You know, yeah, I can win all those shows, but I think at this point, it's like, how many times you going to do a New York Pro? How many times you going to do a Tampa Pro? How many times you going to do? You know what I'm saying? At that point,
Bow out gracefully.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he's already won the most shows ever, bodybuilder-wise, so there's nothing left for him to prove, really, And yeah, he's been thinking about it for a couple years now. I know my cousin, he's really close with his kids. Like, they went to college together. He was at the daughter's wedding. They were on the yacht together with Dexter. So he was just at his house for Christmas, and he's been telling me like the last 2 years that he's been thinking about retiring. So I guess this was just the year he kind of pulled the trigger on it.
I was surprised he announced it so early, though. To be honest, I thought he'd at least wait.
That's true.
So I guess he really wanted to like get it off his chest. That's the whole thing, Like, it's probably eating him up. Like, I mean, just tell everybody my plan, But I hope they don't. I'm not gonna say too much. Like, I got two you guys on here to actually compete still. So the higher power doesn't hit him with that because he's not gonna be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I hope they give him a good
showing,
a respectable call out because
yeah.
He deserves to be up there at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I know how they like to push people at the right position, so I just hope he gets the call out he deserves. That's all, and the placing he deserves. Like, I hope he doesn't not win because it's Dexter and he's going out.
No, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do, especially for him. I mean, if you look at some of the other guys like Jay's last year, honestly, when Jay did that comeback in 2013 or something, they gave him. I think they gave him a little bit higher than what he
that
should
was
have got. But
that was rough to watch too.
Yeah. So
I forgot. Actually, I totally forgot he did that. Now you remind me.
Yeah.
I forgot he did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to say that was the first year Rami did the Olympia, or maybe the second year. First or second year Rami.
Yes,
he beat
and he was next
Rami
to
by
him.
1 point. Yep.
Yeah, he was right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, that's why I'm a little afraid of Johnny Jackson. Like I'm like, don't do it. I'm sure his upper body will look good, but legs are rough.
No comment. So moving on to Athleticcon. Obviously, we'll skip the O for now. Obviously, Brandon's announced today that he's not doing the Athleticcon. I've done a video like about an hour ago that's not live yet with my thoughts on this, but I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Should he actually be at the Athleticcon with it being the first one? And obviously, we might only potentially have one other Mr. Olympia there if Phil's going to be there. Do you think he has an obligation as a Mr. Olympia to attend, or do you think it's it's his call? And obviously, the Mr. Olympia's got its own prestige. But I mean, what are your guys' opinions?
I mean, honestly, it's whatever he wants to.
Yeah,
whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, whatever he want to do. Yeah,
that's a wrap.
You guys are so politically correct.
No, yeah,
I'm not politically correct. I'm like, I mean, I get Phil's gonna be there, and then now you get it. Phil is gonna be there. I don't know. He's not competing, but like he's in the promotions. I saw he's supposed to be helping promoting or something like that. So I mean, it's just like I get it. It's The Rock or whatever. It's supposed to be awesome, but like at the end of the day, it's just another show, and like he's not required to be he's not even required to be at the Arnold if he doesn't want to go. So.
Did he say why? Did he give a reason why he's not doing it or no? Did he? Did he give a reason why?
He just said he's not doing it. He did a Q&A. Somebody asked if he was going to attend the Athleticcon, and he's not going.
Russ, are you going to do it or no?
Yeah, man, I'm planning on it. I put in the application, so I'm not sure when they're gonna release the names because they say only 12 people can compete. So
invites,
honestly, man,
everybody's already had their invites.
Oh, well, damn. I guess I'm not invited, man.
No, because you can still put your application in, but everybody else had their invites. They've got to do I was talking to Guy Sestino when I had him on the other day, about a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, everybody's had their invites. I'm not even supposed to be saying this.
Well, I didn't get an invite.
Everybody's had their invites. Everybody's...
yeah, but there's also like a qualification process, though, isn't there?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I guess, I mean, like, I don't know how
they still qualify, though.
As well, doesn't it? So it's running from, if you look at the rules, it's going from August last year.
I'm sure they invited, like, some people, but I don't think it's full yet. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's 5
Yeah.
from each category they've got invites, but they've got to do videos as well, showing how they got their invitation and stuff. These silly little mock-up videos. That's what
I
Kai was
mean,
telling me. Yeah.
it's probably for all promotional stuff
Yeah.
and material.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, they're going to try to blow this thing out of the water. That's the thing. I mean, they want to go extra large with this.
Well, they
you know?
forced
Yeah.
the budget down, didn't they? The prize money. They were told it had to be less than the Olympia because they wanted overall to be $1 million per category, and the IFBB
fuck,
wanted
dude.
the Olympia
Yeah.
to be high with the prestige.
Yo,
And obviously, Sean Ray has been pushing more money to be filtered down from not just first, second, and third, but fourth and fifth.
10th place.
So,
Yeah.
So everybody sort of goes home with something.
I think that's fair.
Because
Well,
they
if you guys noticed, did you notice that Robin Chang is head of the Athleticcon? Like, he's not head of the Olympia anymore. So it's only Dan Solomon and Tamer over at the Olympia now. So, Robin Chang, has been ancested into this world we're in for a very long time. And for him to be backing the Athleticcon, I mean, I don't know. I just think the tides are going to change in the next couple of years. But, I'm not going to put too much information out there. But Athleticcon has a good chance of being the show, if you know what I mean,
Yeah, so going back to like Brandon or whatever, not doing it, like it's his thing, but like I think it's kind of crazy not to do this show, like, in the publicity The Rock brings and all of this, man. Like I again, and then especially with not just The Rock, but like his his partner Danny Garcia is a bodybuilder. She's gonna do this show right. She's gonna promote it right. She's gonna get all the content, and I'm like, it's just crazy that like you're doing the Olympia. Why not just do the show 3-4 weeks later too? You're already gonna be pretty much in shape.
Yeah. And
So,
I think for you guys to have that for your content too, like your social media, like that's going to be huge because Olympia doesn't do much for you guys. Honestly, there's no marketing.
It really
team.
don't.
There's no marketing team. So what do you guys get out of that besides the placing and a few stage photos? I mean, and say that you did the Olympia. But at least with this, you're probably going to have videos, interviews, backstage, on stage. You're going to have tons of shit to have for yourself, which that alone is, if you don't even place, that's great stuff for your own social media and YouTube.
You're right.
And
man, I noticed too, man, like with Classic, I've been noticing like they haven't been doing any promotions for any, like the Arnold, they haven't posted one Classic person on the Arnold's page.
Nothing.
Yeah, so I don't really know what's going on with that.
It's weird.
Very weird. It's weird. So
I mean, personally, as even from a non-biased standpoint, because I'm a bodybuilder, I see Classic eventually being like the cream of the crop. I do. I don't know. I just, with the way bodybuilders are, their attitudes, and the way they started to look lately, I feel like the Classic guys are going to draw more people. You guys are going to draw more sponsors. You're going to draw more attention, And eventually, if the money's going in that direction where supplement companies want you guys more than bodybuilders because of the image and the look and,
it's more attainable as well.
Yeah,
I noticed last year my view count was more for Classic than it was for the Open. I got
and then you guys, if you have more personality behind the actual physique, I mean, it's gonna carry because the bodybuilders are most of them are introverts. They don't have social medias. They don't talk. They have no YouTubes. So I feel like if people like you guys are gonna be more out there, and the money starts going there, they're gonna have to start thinking different ways. So but it's weird though they haven't posted any picture of you guys. That's really fucking weird.
Yeah, man. No idea. Yeah. So yeah, definitely planning on doing that show, man. And especially it's not that far from me either. So
yeah, you're right down there already. Anyway.
Yeah.
I still,
you think about doing it?
Man, I still got to do I got to do the application for it, man.
Ricky, what shows are you doing this year?
Planned on just Arnold and the O, but man, so I mean that's the next one I'm getting for after.
You did a lot of shows last year, right? How many shows?
Yeah, I did 3. Yeah, I did
I'll
3.
take more than that. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, did you give yourself enough time? You think you put what did they tell you have to work on personally? What did they say you needed more?
Man, so Tampa, I needed to it's always been conditioning, honestly. And I tell anybody that's always been the main thing, and the fact that you know, I was a power lifter or whatever. And even though I started off in men's physique, my legs always overpowered my upper body. So I had to focus on bringing that up, bringing up my upper body to catch my legs.
Yeah.
That was always holding me back.
Right. I mean, I thought you brought conditioning your last show, though. I mean, for sure. I mean, I didn't think you were ever off, though. I mean, you were never like. I thought you were pretty damn on, honestly. But
man, just me. I've never believed I've actually just hit it spot on like 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's fucking hard to hit it.
Yeah.
You know, there's rarely people that hit it 100% every time. You know, but like Russ said though too, when you get older though, and you more time doing this, you got more muscle on you, more mature muscle, less fat cells on your body. It just you get in shape a lot faster. Things become easier essentially.
I'm older than Ruff.
Yeah, but you just
I've been competing for a minute though.
Yeah, but you've been new to this. You're new to this though, essentially, right? How many years have you been doing this?
Man, I started in 15.
Yeah, so
I've been doing it a bit
fucking
longer.
5. You're not even 5 years in yet. That's not.
Nah, and I'm only
when you hit double digits, then we'll talk.
I'm in my 18. I'm in my 3rd year of classic now.
Right. You in 5 years, you're gonna look fucking like another person.
Yeah.
Dude. You're gonna have such crazy mature muscle on you. You have no idea. You're gonna look like it's nuts what you look like after a couple more years of dieting. You know.
I hope so. I just don't know if I'm gonna end up outgrowing classic.
I mean, that's probably gonna happen, honestly.
Yeah.
You have a big frame, dude. You got a lot of muscle on you, and like Russ's joints though are like this, like you know what I mean. Not like your joints are big either, but you're just like a bigger frame guy naturally.
Yeah.
You know? But you know where you land though. Who cares? I mean, you'll do still well in the 212. You would crush it anyway. I mean, look at George.
Yeah.
You know, and
I'm excited to see him.
And Keon's going up to 212 too, right?
Yeah,
they both are. I'm excited to see them two switch. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if Keon can go up to 212, you can 100% go to 212. 100%, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they look like, though. And actually, especially with George, because everyone criticized him so much. So,
yeah, sure.
Do you think that was a smart move with Keon going 212 or no?
I think he could have waited a while, but I mean, like, because I mean, when he plays top 5 his first year at the Olympia, that's pretty fucking awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
I would like to see him stay a little longer too, but I mean,
I wonder just with his shape and structure going to 212, could he possibly change the entire look of 212, like the way he hits that vacuum?
We'll see, man. I mean, Derek has a small waist too, though, man. So I mean, it's not like it's just I don't know how much they like Derek or anything like that now, but
Kamal's coming back though.
That too. I mean, Kamal's coming back. I think George could be top 3 at the Olympia like this year coming up. To be honest with you, like,
so you think George gonna win New York?
He probably. It depends on who's there, but I definitely think he could. Yeah, I don't have any doubts that he could. You know,
I don't see him I don't see him losing that show if he's on.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I mean, like, granted, they're like gym photos, but him and Derek did a photo shoot, and they post pictures of it. I'm like, yo, George looks just as big as Derek, but like 10 times as shredded. Like every one of those photos, I'm like, damn, dude. So
he's got a lot of mature muscle on him.
That, and then apparently, like, I don't know how true this is, but his coach is saying he's gonna be like 20 pounds heavier, in 8 months. I'm like, that's ridiculous, but
George,
that's what they say. Yeah, George. That's what his coach. What's his name? Miller.
From Gold's, right? The guy from Bev's.
Yeah.
So 20 pounds. What the fuck?
That's what they're claiming, man. So we'll see.
I don't think he even needs 20 pounds. He could just show up the way he looked like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's another one. The illusion's fucking crazy on that dude.
Because he was weighing in classic at like 192, something like that.
192 or something. You know, the crazy part is, man, is like at that Olympia, man, I don't see just I remember he placed 3rd. I was like, dude, it was nothing else he could have done. He looked he peaked perfectly. He was like, I'm like, dude, like, I understand why George left, because I'm like, yo, it's not, you can't beat these guys because you looked your best at this show. and you're not so it is what it is, I guess.
Russ, what do you weigh now did you put weight on?
Yeah. So I'm 178 right now, so I just got to get down 3 pounds, 175.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. So like I probably still can put on a little bit more muscle.
What's your cutoff?
It's 175. So
175?
I'm like, about 3 pounds.
What were you walking around at then, off season?
All season, I got up to 198. And that my off season was like, what's funny, man? I put on size and everything, but the off season was like the worst off season I've ever had, just because of mat pass.
All right. Yeah,
very inconsistent with weight. I was very inconsistent with like everything. I did my best to eat and stuff. Yeah. So
that was.
So I'm excited. Like I'm excited to see like how my next off season will be. Even with this one being kind of weird, I still was able to put on some size. So.
Hold on, before we change subjects, you're still training at Ben's gym or no? Are you still there?
No. So I'm training with Joe used to be there. I always train with Joe Bennett.
Right.
And Joe and Ben parted ways. Joe trains Dave Batista, and Batista made his own. He has his own like gym. And
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you're
at
now.
Big. It's not big. It's a tiny place, but it's enough. That's all I need. Yeah.
And I saw now. I don't know if you know the true story. I want to talk about it, but I commented to Derek, like, did he leave MI42 or he just wrote, I'm just training at a different gym, and I'm just like, okay, well, I didn't answer my question, but all right.
Him and Ben had a falling out. That's what I'll leave it at that. But,
okay, all right. I figured.
Yeah, him and Ben. Yeah,
he did though. And, didn't he have a falling out once before though, and then came back? Didn't they?
Yeah, he had a falling with everybody at the gym. This time it was just Ben. Time it was just Ben. Yeah. Right. So
I'll call Ben. I'll ask him. All right. I was just curious because it was weird because all of a sudden Derek was just literally by himself training in a family fitness center, and I'm just like, okay, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Derek, like, he let people get in his head because I mean, like, he moved down here to train with Ben, so obviously at the beginning he thought Ben was awesome, and then people talk shit. They're like, oh, he's not training hard. He's using that like
you have to go heavier, go heavier.
Yeah,
leave the fucking kid alone.
I'm like, and that's why I was like, he let that get to him, and he kind of got a little salty about the training and everything, and
of course.
Yeah. So
Guy said the same thing about him as well on my podcast. He said he's got too many people whispering in his ear. He just needs to sort his shit out and get focused.
I understand though. Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it's hard when
he's young too.
He's young,
and he's so much potential. And I think he's trying to get advice from everybody and not.
You think the thing is, like, when you're in that mindset, when you're that young, you think that if you can apply a little bit of everyone, and make your master plan is going to work, and it literally just blows up in your face. But
and you think about it too. He like not only is he's like I think he's maybe 25, but like he's also new to bodybuilding. I mean, like he turned pro, then he was at the Olympia the same year. Yeah,
so fast for
him.
He
hasn't competed much. He's done maybe 4 or 5 shows,
like his 4th or 5th show was like his Olympia.
So he hasn't even competed much, to be honest with you. So like I mean I get it, but
he needs a good somebody to just guide him properly and just keep him focused, I think.
It sucks to see that though, because I know it with Ben's knowledge and experience, he could have beyond bodybuilding. You know what I mean? I've known Ben a long time, like pretty much my whole life. So. With Ben's experience and intelligence, he could have really helped Derek in the long run too. Like just being a mentor to him.